Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, my beautiful epic peeps. Are you out there? Hold on one second while I get some eyes on us. I'm going to grab my cup of coffee. I had coffee with my mom this morning, which is kind of cool, hence the different background. For those of you that prayed and lifted her up in energy and healing and, um, prayer, she's doing awesome. She's getting around. She's taking some steps, doing some therapy. It's going to be a short amount of time before she is back out doing what she does. So thank you for all your prayers for my mother. Good morning. All right, we have eyes on us. Good morning, Lisa. So, who is this lady talking from her mom's living room? My name is Samantha, and I come to you live on behalf of EPIC. EPIC stands for Empowering People and Inspiring Community. And EPIC TriCountYCT is this beautiful, multifaceted community, faceted platform, right, where we bring positive media to you through our beautiful print publication, which is this July, August, through our social media platforms, our website, through events, and simply being the mission of EPIC. This would not be possible. None of it would be possible without Lisa. She is the co-creator and co-publisher of EPIC TriCountYCT, always working very hard in the background, making sure that the comments are working and everything is coming together as it should. None of this would have been possible or is possible without Lisa's support. So please give her some love and light. Oh my goodness, I'm going to put the coffee down. Hope I don't spill it on my dad's carpet. So what's going on? Oh my goodness, it's hard to believe it's Wednesday. Two of my beautiful grandchildren went back to school today. And I was thinking a lot about that this morning as two of them are still home in a different school district and two are going to school. And they have their new shoes on and their new clothes on and their new backpacks and their new hair, everything new, right? I think that even if, as adults, we might not be going back to school like the children are going back into the schoolrooms, but we need to celebrate the newness that each new season brings, right? Let's do fall. Let's do fall. Let's go buy ourselves maybe a new pair of shoes or do something new for yourself, right? Take a class. I don't know. Take a little vacation because summer is ending, and with every season there comes an ending, but with every season becomes a new beginning. That is what I've been thinking about this morning when I saw those beautiful children in their new duds. It's just like how exciting to step into something brand new, unknowing what lies ahead, right? Not knowing the teacher, not knowing who's going to be in the classroom. I'm going to choose this season to use that same energy, and I hope that you do too. The person that is very near and dear to EPIC and the EPIC mission, Bradford, is joining us again today to share some of the exciting things he has coming up for the fall season. Before I bring him forward, of course, I have to do my introduction. And unlike many of the guests that we've had on this platform, I never really got a chance to connect beforehand with many of them. It's beautiful. The connection is there, and the connection, we seem to grow a relationship after the interview, but many of the guests always, logged on at 10:30, and that's when I really met them in person, quote unquote, except for a few. And Bradford is one of those very few. Bradford and I have had the opportunity to really grow a relationship, a friendship. I consider him a mentor. I consider him a teacher. I consider him a brother and a friend. He is kind and energetic, but he also will kick your hear me. There we go. All right, it's back. I'm sorry. That's because Brad's here and the energy is so high. So before I go any further, what's important is that we bring Bradford forward so he can share his message. He can share that energy, that kick ass spirit, and let us know what he has coming up for his new season this fall. So, without any further ado, please, please, please give my brother, my friend, some epic love and light.
Hello. I think you cut out when you said I would kick ass. I think
Oh,
is that correct?
maybe.
I don't kick ass. I have a tendency to inspire, educate, and activate people, whether or not I'm consciously doing it. One of my friends, a roommate back in San Francisco. I'm already off topic. We just lived together, and one day he said, "Brad, you've inspired me to start oil painting again." And so he gifted me the first oil painting that he did in years, and it's actually in my office. It's a beautiful gold chunk on an aquamarine background that's glowing with light. It was a nod to the Wagner's Ring Cycle, the oh my God, I'm blanking. That's a shame, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And I wasn't into gemstone healing yet, but it's a piece of gold. And all I did was be, and my resonance, and another friend of mine said, like, things start to happen in their lives when they meet me. He notices this. So it's just frequency and vibration. And um, I guess if there's a message, that what we all focus on, whether we're aware of it or not, we're seeking to raise our vibration. Knowledge is vibration. The more you learn, the more you're vibrating with that knowledge, and it's all in your aura. And you can learn from people just by standing in their aura. Your energy will exchange of what you want and what you don't want. I was reminded of just this morning, I guess this is why, I attended a workshop for a woman named Jasmine, and she's recognized as the world's leading breatharian, where they only live off of life force. And during the break, I wanted to talk to her, but some person was kind of distracting her, and so she noticed me, and I was about 40 feet away. She sent a cloud of her aura energy to me, and it filled my energy with tingles of awareness. And then I nodded and I said, "Thank you." And that's all that I needed. And it was just miraculous. So open your mind to the possibility of raising your frequency. And there's no way more powerful and quick and direct, in my opinion, than using gemstone healing, especially the universal white time gemstone healing. It is very unique, and it is exclusive, and it is different than every other modality of crystal healing on the planet. It is extraterrestrial based, frequency based technology. And when you experience the layouts, they're very advanced in how they work on your vibration and your frequency. Each layout adds a frequency to your body at the subatomic level, so that you are now emanating that frequency and raising your consciousness. You're removing blockages. You're becoming more aware of who you truly are in health, in happiness, in vitality, and prosperity, simply by experiencing these miraculous gemstone layouts. I call them miraculous because the first time I experienced one was certainly a miracle, enough so that my arrogant, egotistical little 25-year-old self would pay attention and actually commit to changing my life for the better. In fact, I was reviewing my diplomas because I've been invited to attend the first ever global gathering via Zoom of Universal White Time Healing teachers this September. And I am so excited about it because over here in Connecticut, I'm building the community here. That's why I came to the East Coast. And I'm so grateful for everyone who studied with me and for the people who attended our first annual, potluck, and there will be another one. And the community is just going to keep growing, because as people raise their vibration to a certain level, their guides will guide them to opportunities such as white time healing to take their personal journey of healing and spirituality further. Because it's actually, there's a selection process that goes on, and people are guided to the classes. People who they've been vetted by the guides and the masters who see something unique within the people that they believe the people need to bring out and share with the world to help themselves and others. it's a very humbling thing when you get into it, especially the higher you go, the more humble you get as you realize such amazing power and joy, but also responsibility that comes with holding space and energy in regions of the world. And I'm the one here doing it in the Northeast. That's another thing for later, but
I
so
experienced the universal white time healing with Rosalind. I went down to her place at Tree Wellness, and it was a few months ago. Actually, it was June. It was probably right around June 1st or 2nd. And the reason I know that is because it was on June 4th that my mom had her mishap. And I do feel there was such a shift on that day when I received the Universal White Time Healing Gemstone layout and energies that Rosalind shared with me. There was such a shift in my own vibration that, and Rosalind can attest to this, I won't go into anything specific, but we talked about some things that needed to change and how they were going to change. And absolutely everything that she shared with me and how to work through it helped me tremendously because things did begin to change. I do believe that my vibration was still and still is. And obviously, once you put it, once you receive it, it's always there. Correct? Is that so?
the gemstone layouts, they actually last about 4 years.
Okay.
The energy lasts about 4 years.
Okay.
I liken to it, when you pluck a string, it vibrates for a certain amount of time before it reaches stillness. So you can always get booster shots by getting the same layout again. And in fact, I did that for myself with the level 4 classes layouts, which are very advanced, extraterrestrial light being, universal creation forces type thing. And because that was the first class I took in 2006.
Wow.
And so in 2016, I decided I wanted to, first of all, assemble all the layouts because I'm preparing to be able to teach it, and also give them to myself because I needed to connect again more deeply with those cosmic sources. So just like anything in this world, it's not permanent. When you get an energy healing, a Reiki session or a white time session, the energy just doesn't last in you. There's a certain amount of time where it dissipates, and that's normal. But what it does is it definitely opens you up, and it gives you during that time amazing opportunity for growth. And sometimes it does remove blockages that you can bring more light of your own divine truth into yourself, which is permanent. We don't regress in our spiritual journey. It might look like it. We might relapse in certain things, or we struggle with, or being tested by the universe, but that doesn't mean we haven't made progress.
Right.
You have to do a very specific ritual to close a spiritual opening. So once you attain awareness or peak experience, that is in you, and you're there. You never regress, no matter how far you fall off your path. You still have achieved that level, and that's permanent. So there is a progression that's always forward and up, and so on and so forth.
Absolutely. And I do believe on that day that it was obviously all divinely guided. It was perfect timing, absolutely necessary for me to grow and maintain through that time period. There was a lot of different things going on. I'm excited to get back out to Braintree this fall and collaborate. We've talked about, me even going out there and doing some reflexology. So there will be more information for that to come on. I love Rosalind and Will and everything that you all have done with that beautiful space. Absolutely. So what's coming up for you? Let's talk a little bit more.
Yeah, in hindsight, I'm packaging this as the fall semester for gemstone healing, if you will, because I realized, and this is a wonderful opportunity for people, as I was going through those diplomas, because I'm going to be added to a database, which is also awesome. I noticed, and I didn't realize it took me less than 1 year to take my first class to become a level 3 gemstone teacher. I took level 4, I took levels 1, level 2, then level 3, and then the teacher training, all within, I believe it was a 10-month period of time. And that was me in 2006, where I was one of my friends said, some people, they have a quick journey of acceleration. You're on a rocket ship, I'm like, and I was. It was like, zippity zop zoop, there we go. And so this rate of growth was wonderful for me, this accelerated rate of growth. Everyone has their own path, but it just so happens that there's an opportunity beginning in September that everyone who's interested, who's hearing the call for this life-changing gemstone modality, to take the level 1 in September, the level 2 in October, and then the level 3 at the very beginning of December. So boom, boom, boom. You can start with level 1 and get with level 3. That's the highest level I can teach, all within this second half of the year. And I think that's a wonderful progression to do. These classes do not need to be taken in order, but they're not accumulative, unlike the energy healing classes that have specific sequence of openings that need to be followed. These just deal with different levels of awareness. Okay. Level 1 is the introduction, really nice layouts for the physical body and the energy field. And then the level 2 class focuses a lot on color healing and using colors. There's layouts, gemstone layouts, you learn to use colors, but also so much more. Color healing, you can heal anything with colors. Colors are very powerful, and you start to learn about them, the philosophy of color healing according to White Time. And then level 3 is also very important, especially for now, because it addresses our evolving chakra systems. Now, the centers, the locations in our bodies are remaining the same for the most part. However, new chakras are opening, and the qualities of the centers are changing because the energies above and below our bodies are moving in to our body. So the chakras that were once above our body, the stellar gateway and all that stuff that allow multidimensional navigation, those are actually moving into our body because we are becoming world bridgers in a sense, like multidimensional, the luminous light body, rainbow body, all that technology, or all those initiations, like from the shamans coming down from the mountains. You can go and do that down in the South America at the rainbow light body activation. It's the same, different language, same concept. You're attuning yourself to these higher frequencies that are coming in and also coming up from the earth. So that's what is covered extensively in level 3. Very interesting stuff.
I have a question just to reiterate. So just to recap also, the Universal White Time Gemstone Healing classes do not have to be taken in sequence of 1, 2, 3, and 4 in order for anybody to participate. So if I couldn't make it for September, I'm always welcome to come into the October level 2.
That's correct.
Okay, yeah. Good.
Yeah.
That was something that I wanted to reiterate. And I do want to ask you a question on the chakras. Color healing therapy is amazing. We had Jamie Tantrum. I'm probably pronouncing her name wrong, but it's Seymour Blake Canvas is the name of her business, and she does beautiful color therapy through tie-dye. And so color therapy is absolutely very, very powerful. Can you explain, and maybe this is something that can't be explained right now, but when you said the higher chakras were starting to move down into our excuse the phone, I don't know how to shut that off, into the primary chakras, is that change? The colors are going to remain the same? Did you say that, or you said the qualities are changing? Okay.
Colors are changing.
Okay.
See, here's something interesting.
That's what I thought.
We are in a paradigm shift. We can say it's an ascension to the new earth. It's blah blah blah. A lot of language is like that. I'm not okay. No, they want me to talk. I said no. This is a small, short interview. Hold that thought. There are the colors. The colors are changing. So the old pretty little rainbow that everyone has like hanging with the little, it's outdated. It's old. We're evolving beyond that. That is a reaffirmation of something we're outgrowing. It's it's kaput. It's no longer relevant.
Right.
This is not 100% accurate. There's a class also that I'm starting to teach in September if I get enough enrollment, called the New Earth Teachers course. And that also, it's all about the process of evolution we're going through. And there's some amazing meditations and symbols and information in that class. And there's lots of craft projects. So one of them is making a chakra ladder. And this is not the final this is not the final form of the new chakras, but this is a good idea of what it is. This is exclusive proprietary information. But I will show you. The old rainbow is basically between the first chakra. Let's put this in. Between the first chakra and the solar plexus. All of these qualities that used to be the human are condensed essentially between the first, second, and third chakra, while our higher self is actually taking root in our solar plexus, which is actually the color indigo or violet or purple, completely different than, red root, orange sacral, yellow solar plexus. And gemstone correspondences are changing. Also, there's a fully actualized layout that is perfect for this in the level 3 class. All of this is new information, and it's important to acknowledge and accept the new information. Yes. Because if you keep holding on to the past, you're giving your body mixed signals, and lots of people are going through really weird emotional, physical symptomology that is undefined by science, because it's all this energetics that's competing with really fixed thoughts and beliefs that we're outgrowing. And so the chicken cannot the chick cannot stay in the egg. It has to peck its way out or it'll die. So that's a pretty graphic idea, but if we want to see what we want to see in the world and in our lives, for harmony, health, and prosperity, we have to start getting with the program and not denying the change. And so I'm not like, I don't want to shove anything in people's faces, but I see everything that's outdated. I'm not going to go and tell someone that's wrong. People come to their own realization in their own time, but vibrationally these changes are occurring, whether we want to consciously admit them or not. And so there's so much new information coming, and so much better information than the old paradigms, than the old systems, than the old caste systems and structures and beliefs that are just they're so immature. There's such a better way, but people fear change, and also people don't like to relinquish control. So this is what we're up against.
That makes so much sense to me. It's resonating true in my vibration. Hence where the question came from. I felt that
yeah.
But what I also want to say and reiterate is what you said, that it doesn't make anybody wrong where they are on their journey, if they're still using the rainbow or whatever. Everybody is individual and exactly where they need to be. But what a blessing you are to be able to take us to these new ideas and help us navigate through this new time and this new ascension process. And I don't want to know if it's new. I don't know if that's the right word, but to help us navigate. Yeah. It has been such a crazy time energetically for everybody, just our world, and to have the opportunity to go to the New Earth School, that in the form of these classes that you're providing. Thank you for being like such a foundational part of EPIC. Our 30 minutes is already tick going by. I know your guides and teachers have a ton to say. Maybe we need to create some segment with just an hour for Bradford, because it's amazing.
I'm game. I'm just going to put this out there. I love being interviewed. I would love to. I see myself making a decent income going and interviewing and just talking about the knowledge. that I have to share.
Maybe we can get, what are those talks that people,
TED Talks.
yeah, we'll call them
Yeah.
Sam Talks or Epic
Sam Talks. Well,
Sam
I
Talks.
had an idea once called the BYOB for restaurants, BYOT, where I'm on and people just ask me a question about a topic and I just talk about it.
Because you're excellent at it. You're so
Well,
knowledgeable.
if I don't know, I'll say I don't know.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
I'm not going to make something up.
Right. And I want to say too, I called you, I think maybe when I did introduce you, I used those terms, kick ass. And I think I was talking more from a personal level that, when I'm working through something and I reach out to you for your help, you don't sugarcoat it. You're like, this is what I feel. This is what I see. This is, do what you want, but this is what I'm getting. That's kind of what that term meant when I use that. It's basically like, this is what it is. You're authentic. You're true. You speak from your heart, and no sugarcoating. But you're also very kind and gentle. So I think activator, and inspiring, are the words. But I'll always call you my kick-ass brother.
Okay. That's fine. And for those of you,
says, I'm sharing a quote from Rosalind.
Yes,
Bradford Tilden is a knowledgeable teacher. I highly recommend his classes. And I can say that I have experienced Rosalind's session with Rosalind, who was taught by Bradford, and yeah, holy moly. So I want to thank you again, my friend, for being such a foundational part of EPIC. And I'm sure, new things are happening. It's a new season.
yes.
So everybody, we're going to be back tomorrow at 11. Jeff Sullivan, who was a cover artist for us for a previous issue, will be visiting for the EPIC interview. Reach out to Bradford. His information is all over the website of EPIC Tri-County. It's crystalmusichealing.com. Is that right? crystalmusichealing.com /events. All right. Facebook page, Crystal Music Healing. Bradford Tilden. He's everywhere. Highly recommended. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Everybody watching now and that'll watch later, please be safe in everything that you do. Be true to who you are. Stay in alignment with that beautiful self that is called you. Stay tuned till tomorrow at 11. We'll be back with Jeff Sullivan. And it's always with love and light that I say peace out, Epic Scouts.